Savannah. This is my second speech in Communications 1101 online, and I'm going to be explaining the importance of being aware for stress and anxiety for college students, as you can see. And I'm going to introduce my audience, and the first one is my brother. This is Stephen. He's very happy. And the next one is his girlfriend, Savannah. And next is my mom, Leslie. And last but not least is my dad, Steve.
Hello.
Okay, and now we'll get started. As college students, we see countless sleepless nights filled with studying and chocolate, followed by a soda to keep us awake. For many of us, this has become a routine. The stress of 4 tests in 2 days that count 40% of our total grade gives us anxiety. Anxiety is defined as feeling worried, uneasy, or nervous, typically about an imminent event or something that we cannot change. According to the American Institute of Stress, in a 2008 mental health study by the Associated Press, 8 out of 10 college students claimed to have felt uneasy or nervous in their everyday lives. But how could college students not feel nervous or stressed? College students are expected to maintain a social life, acceptable grades, a healthy lifestyle including 30 minutes of strenuous activity, and get involved in organizations on and off campus each day, not to mention holding down 1 or 2 part-time jobs to pay the bills. At the age of 18, figuring out the time to accomplish these things, experiencing college life, and deciding your future career for the rest of your life can cause college students major anxiety. Knowing that you are stressed is very important. Stress can lead to many behavioral differences. HealthGuide.org states that college students eat more or less than they should, sleep too much or too little, isolate themselves from others, procrastinate or neglect their responsibilities in the workplace and at home, use alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs to relax and create nervous habits like nail biting or pacing. Different types of anxiety can occur. For example, eating healthy can become quite difficult when you have a budget or have a short amount of time in between classes to grab a meal. This is where binge eating comes into play. Sometimes the stress of multiple tests or assignments causes college students to live off of vending machines in the library. While this obviously isn't the healthiest choice, but it is the most quickest and the most convenient. Another type of anxiety students experience is a lack of sleep. Worry can keep one up for hours on end. When the mind races, the stress and anxiety increases, and one begins to think of everything he or she could have done in that day while they're up at ungodly hours. Unfortunately, some students turn to drugs to keep them awake. It's no secret that students use prescription drugs such as Adderall, Ritalin, and Vyvanse to keep them focused and relaxed in school. Prescription drug abuse is one of the fastest growing problems in America on college campuses. The rate of drug abuse on college campuses has gone up 93% since 2005, and that's according to a ClintonFoundation.org study. And now I will go through my PowerPoint. I have a few tables and some charts. And the first one is going to be on the GPA and hours of sleep that students get in college. Obviously, you can see that the rate just goes up, and this is the more hours of sleep you get, the better grades you'll have. And for example, if you get 4 hours of sleep each night on average, you'll have less than a 3.4 GPA. But if you go up and you have at least 6 hours of sleep on average, you'll get a 3.5 GPA. And obviously, as it continues up the chart, 8.5 hours of sleep, which is actually more than the usual average of sleep people get, you'll have at least a 3.6 GPA. Sleep helps the mind remember things and eases your mind when you sleep. And next we have, these are the percentages of prescription stimulants that college students use, or high school students also is on the chart. But this is just to prove that it just goes up as you go through college because you are more stressed and have more anxiety. 12% of high school students use prescription stimulants. 40% of college students, and then as you get older in college and you're a junior or senior, this states that 50% of juniors and seniors use non-prescribed drug stimulants for non-medical reasons. The more serious side of being very stressed is the depression side. Some of the scary of stress and anxiety are depression. Depression shows itself in many different ways. By isolating yourself from others, being alone all the time, feeling overwhelmed constantly by your class load or how much homework you have, procrastinating on important responsibilities like school, work, and job responsibilities. Worse than all of these, extreme amounts of stress can lead to suicide in some cases. It's rare in college, but it can happen. This is just a small picture that shows that 86% of college students have felt overwhelmed constantly. 81% of college students have felt exhausted, which we all do. 30% of college students have felt too depressed to function. And 6.6% of college students have seriously considered suicide. And that number might be smaller than the rest of them, and it doesn't outweigh anything, but it's still there and it's very important. So that is why everyone should be aware of these statistics, and just take it easy going through college, because it's very important to stay not stressed, to be sure you're getting all your work done, but not too much, and this is why it's important.